Okay, so today we're solving three variable systems again. The only thing different from yesterday is that we have the three variables on each equation. So we're not missing any variables on each one. Okay, so we're still going to be solving it, finding the point that they have in common, which is called an ordered triple. Okay, so first step will be to decide which variable you would like to eliminate. It does not matter which one you eliminate. Okay, so looking at it, notice the top equation, the bottom equation, the z's automatically eliminate. So I'm going to use those two. So I'm going to add the two equations together. So that would be 3x plus 2y. The z's cancel, and that equals 4. So once we find that equation, we're going to take two of the other equations and eliminate the same variable, so that way we're able to have two equations that have only two variables. Okay, so I'm going to choose the top one. And the middle one. So notice if we wanted the z's, because we have to eliminate the same variable, so if we wanted the z's to cancel out, we would need to multiply this top equation by positive 2. It's already a negative z. When we distribute that, that's 4x plus 2y minus 2z equals 4. And I'll add those two equations together. So notice we end up with 5x plus 5y, and the z's cancel, that equals 5. Now, once you find your two equations, look and see if you can reduce, because if you can reduce them by the same number, then it might make it easier for you. So notice that all three of these are 5s, so we could divide every term by 5 here, and that would be the same thing as x plus y equals 1. That'll make it a little easier for us to solve, okay? All right, so now notice we have two equations that have the same two variables. So now the third step would be to use elimination again, and we're gonna use these equations that we found. So 3x plus 2y equals 4, and x plus y equals 1. Now, from here, you choose if you want to eliminate x or if you want to eliminate y. It doesn't matter. I'm going to eliminate the y's. So I would multiply the second equation by negative 2. So distribute, that would be negative 2x minus 2y equals negative 2. And then I'm going to bring down that top equation. So adding those two together, negative 2x plus 3x is just a 1x. Negative, those cancel. So negative 2 plus 4, you get 2. So we found x. X is 2. Once we find that, we can't just plug it back into one of these three equations here, because we would not know the y or the z. Okay, so that wouldn't help us with solving another one. So once you find that first variable, you will either need to use this equation or this equation that you found on step 1 or step 2. So whichever one is easier. So the second one would be easier to plug into. So x plus y equals 1, and I now know x is 2. So 2 plus y equals 1. And then we'll subtract 2. So y equals negative 1. All right, so we know x, we know y, we need to find z. So now I'm going to use one of these three equations from the original problem to plug in and find z. So I'm going to use this bottom equation. So x plus y plus z equals 2. I found x to equal 2, y to equal negative 1, and I'm trying to find z. So combining like terms, that would be 1 plus z equals 2. So subtract 1, and you get z equals 1. Now remember, your solution is your ordered triple, so make sure when you're writing your solution, you write it in ordered triple form. So up here at the top, we'll write solution. My x was 2, y was -1, and z was +1. To check your solution, you can plug in for x, y, and z on all 3 of your original equations. It should be true for all 3 because that's the point that they all have in common. Okay, let's take a look at the second problem. Notice the second problem, it's not in order. We need x plus y plus z equals the number. We need it in standard form. Okay, so we're going to have to adjust each equation or change each equation in order to be in standard form. So this first one, I would need to subtract y over, so that would be x minus y plus 5z equals -6. Second equation, I would need to subtract z over, so that would be 3x plus 3y minus z equals 10. And then the third equation, notice that it has x plus y plus z equals a number, so it's in the correct order. We're just going to rewrite that one. Okay, so again, notice that we have the 3 equations with all 3 variables on each one. So we're going to need to decide which variable we would like to eliminate. And I'm going to eliminate the x's here. First one and last one. So I'm going to multiply one of them by -1. So we'll just multiply that top one. So that would be -x plus y minus 5z equals a +6. So the x's cancel. You have 4y minus 3z equals 11. So there's not another equation that only has a y and a z, so we're going to have to find that next equation by eliminating the same variable using 2 different equations. So I'm just going to use the last 2. Again, you have to eliminate the same variable. So I'm going to eliminate the x's by multiplying the bottom one by -3. So that's -3x minus 9y minus 6z equals -15. I'm going to bring down that top equation and add the 2 together. So those x's cancel. -9y plus 3y is a -6y minus 7z equals -5. Okay, so now my third step will be to use those 2 equations to eliminate either the y's or the z's. And then that way we're able to solve for the other one. I'm just going to write those down. So I'm going to eliminate, let's do z's. So I'm going to multiply the top by 7, the bottom by -3. So that's 28y minus 21z equals 77. And then that would be +18y plus 21z equals 15. So that would be 46y. Z's cancel equals 92. And then you can divide by 46. So y would equal 2. So we found y. Now we're going to use one of these equations that we found on step 1 or step 2. Doesn't matter which one you use. So I'm just going to plug into this first one that we found. So we found y to be 2. So that would be 8 minus 3z equals 11. Subtract 8. We have negative 3z equals 3. So z will equal negative 1. So we found y, z. We're looking for x. So we would have to use one of these original ones. I'm just going to use that bottom one. So that's x plus 3y plus 2z equals 5. Looking for x, I'm plugging in a 2 for y. And then z is a negative 1. That's x plus 6 minus 2 equals 5. So combining your like terms, you have x plus 4 equals 5. So subtract, and you get x equals 1. So we found x, y, and z. So your solution, make sure you write it in order triple form. So x was 1, y was 2, and z is negative 1. When you have to rearrange your equations, when you're checking your solution, make sure that you plug it into the original. Because if you messed up on rearranging here, if you plug it into the original, you'll figure that out. Okay, you'll know that the solution didn't work. So make sure you're always plugging it back into the original 3 equations to check your solution.